Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your fishing buddy, and today we're diving deep into the forecast for a truly intriguing day. November 21st, 2025. Now, why is this day special? Because, my friends, it's a classic late fall transition day across much of the United States. We're looking at conditions that, if played right, could lead to some truly epic bites from coast to coast and everywhere in between. Stick with me because I'm going to share some insider tips that will make your trip memorable. You won't want to miss a single cast of this forecast. Let's talk tactics, my friends, because knowing the fish is one thing, but knowing how to catch them is the game changer. For this particular day, I've got my eyes on 4 key players who are going to be active and hungry. First up, striped bass. Across the coastal regions, especially the mid-Atlantic, the striped bass bite should be strong. November brings some of the best fishing as these migratory giants actively chase baitfish in larger bays, estuaries, and nearshore waters. Where to find them? Keep an eye out for diving birds. They often signal bait balls pushed to the surface by hungry stripers, target channel edges, depth contours, and structure like bridge pilings, jetties, and artificial reefs. These are prime ambush points. What to throw? Large, soft plastic paddle tails, swim baits on jig heads, and bucktails are traditional winners. Work them with a retrieve that mimics a fleeing baitfish. Next, for our friends in the southern coastal and Gulf regions, redfish were going to be a fantastic target. As water temperatures drop into the 60s and 70s Fahrenheit, the water often becomes clearer, and these fish start schooling up in the shallows. This creates fantastic sight fishing opportunities on sunny, calm days, especially around low tide. Target grass flats near oyster bars, grassy potholes, and even deeper boat docks and channels. Live shrimp, pinfish, or croakers on a Carolina rig or under a popping cork are traditional winners. For artificials, soft plastic shrimp imitations fished very slowly are a must. Now, for you freshwater fanatics, let's talk trout. Across America's trout waters, November sees clear flows and ideal oxygen levels. Trout have shifted into slower seams and deeper runs, seeking comfort in the slightly cooler water. Where to find them? Look for them in deeper pools, runs with current breaks, and around submerged structures like logs or rocks. In tailwaters, where temperatures are more stable, they'll be active throughout the day. What to use? Small spinners, spoons, or drifted nymphs and streamers are highly effective. A slower, more deliberate retrieve will often trigger strikes. Finally, the ever-popular crappie. As the water cools, crappie become more active and start schooling up. Where to find them? Look for them suspended over deeper structure like submerged brush piles, standing timber, or channel bends. Trolling deep open water for crappie is peak in many oxbow lakes. What to use? Small jigs tipped with minnows or soft plastic crappie tubes are your best bet. Fish them slowly, letting them fall naturally. A sensitive, light-action rod will help you detect those subtle bites. All right, let's break down the conditions for November 21st, 2025. Weather. Across much of the United States, we're anticipating a generally cool, crisp fall day. Air temperatures will likely hover around a high of 48 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 to 10 degrees Celsius, and a low of 37 to 44 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 to 7 degrees Celsius, in many central areas. There's a chance of some precipitation, roughly 0.68 inches, 17 millimeters, of rain in some areas, so keep an eye on your local forecast and perhaps pack a rain jacket. Winds in the northeast are expected. Atmospheric pressure tends to be stable to slowly falling this time of year, which is usually a good sign for feeding fish. Water temperature. This is the big trend for November 21st. We're seeing cooling waters across the board. In many lakes and reservoirs, temperatures will be in the upper 60s, dropping into the low to mid-60s, or even high 50s Fahrenheit, 15 to 21 degrees Celsius. Coastal waters in the south might still be in the 70s or low 80s, 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, while northern coastal areas will see temperatures in the low 60s or 50s, 10 to 16 degrees Celsius. This cooling forces fish to seek out warmer pockets, think rocky areas, shallower wood, or sun-exposed flats, or to move to deeper, more stable thermal zones. This temperature shift is crucial. It often boosts their metabolism and makes them want to eat. Moon phase. Now about our celestial companion. On November 21st, 2025, the moon will be in a waxing crescent phase 1.27 to 2 or 3 days old, with a very low illumination of 1 to 2%. This is the early stage after the new moon. Many old-timers believe that fish activity remains fairly high during phases influenced by the moon, particularly around tide changes. So while it's not a full moon, don't discount its subtle influence. General fish activity. Overall, my friends, the biological activity for fish across the United States on this day is going to be high. It's that beautiful autumn transition where many species are actively feeding, migrating, and getting ready for the colder months. The cooling water concentrates fish, making them hungry but also a bit particular, demanding a slower, more deliberate approach. Expect active feeding periods throughout the day, especially during prime temperature windows when the sun has had a chance to warm up those shallows. Considering all these factors, the cool, crisp weather, generally stable pressure, cooling but still active water temperatures, a favorable waxing crescent moon phase approaching the new moon, and the high biological activity of key species, my forecast for November 21st, 2025, is a tiding good to excellent bitey dibby. This day has all the ingredients for a successful trip, with the potential for a truly memorable day if you hit those feeding windows. The fish are hungry, friends, and ready to bite, but you'll need to be observant and adapt to find them. So, my friends, that's the lowdown for November 21st. Get out there, enjoy the crisp air, and I wish you all nothing but tight lines. May your reels sing and your coolers be full. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this week? What species are you targeting, and what's your go-to bait for late fall? I love hearing from you all.